Joycey.
And Blake.
And welcome
to
Savagely Scaled.
Yes, he's gonna have more chips. That is my child.
Oh, man. They're hungry, girl.
They are, and I fed them like nobody's business before doing
was
it,
like,
but I know like
"Goddamn."
it's also right before dinner, so they're like,
Oh,
"Ooh, mom's
yeah.
recording, so let's ask her for the snacks."
That's fair. That's valid. Man, do you need me to start over?
No, we'll just keep that in because that's normal.
It's just the average life of a CrossFit mom.
Yeah. Average savagely scaled. Oh my gosh. Sam messaged me and she's like, you know what? Me and Caleb are in Tennessee and we went to this sweets place and they're like, if you ever open up a sweets, it should be called Savagely Sweets. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is absolutely amazing. I would love to.
We need to create
Yeah.
Girl, we need to create the first athlete protein gum or something.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not. All my food has butter and fats and non-measurable.
See, we need to make it taste good. We need to figure it out. We'll find an idea. We need to use that.
I mean,
Maybe
I have
like a CrossFit candy, gummy or something.
I have like a really good gluten-free cookie that I make, but other than that, I can't help you on that. No, it's just gluten-free. And it tastes delicious. It tastes like a molten lava cake or whatever. I love them.
You heard it here, people. Throw us ideas. Should we make a gum? Should we make a treat?
Desserts?
I love this idea. I don't know. I'm going with it. We can make little samples and see what people think.
I hope you guys laugh at this because one of us is saying yes and the other one is saying no.
Sam has a brilliant idea here.
Yeah, but they were talking about like actually things that are not, the stuff I make.
A protein ice cream.
She's like, let's do healthy stuff. I'm not doing any healthy stuff.
Oh, man. There's just a market, you know what I mean? Or people.
Like, I can't make something in my kitchen.
Girl, we'll figure it out on TikTok. Anyways. Okay. To talk about.
Yeah, not about sweets.
Not about sweets, but no, for real though, throw us your pitches. I think in this episode, we're going to be talking a little bit about recovery methods, something predominantly what me and Blake to use, maybe on our day-to-day, things like massages, cupping, scraping. There's also saunas, cold plunges. You've heard of all those things. So just kind of talking a little bit about all of those different tools athletes can use in order to aid in their recovery, whether you're preparing for like a competition or you're just kind of trying to find some relief from your day-to-day CrossFit classes. We'll a little bit into how to help you recover a little bit smarter and tools we use to make that happen. So let's get into it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
But yes, as Joyce said, today we're talking about one of the most overlooked aspects of fitness and performance. It's recovery. We have done a recovery episode. Of course, we're still going to touch on some of the sleep and nutrition, but we're also diving in more into like the utensils that we have used that we've seen the help. Looking at it, is it more hype or help for it? But yeah.
Right. 100%. Now that you brought up sleep, let's talk about that first. Like, is there like an app or something that you personally like to use to aid in your sleep?
I would love to wear my Apple Watch when I sleep because there is something for that, like sleep apnea. How much sleep am I getting? I am planning on for one of our goals to actually for the goals episode. I do want to try that for the month of August. I have too much stuff going on, too much traveling going on in July to charge my watch. So, but I am planning on that. Yeah. And the upcoming goals, because, with my Apple Watch, it doesn't for 24 hours. So I do have to charge it before.
Yeah.
I do want to see what those numbers are. I know that people have like the Aura Ring, Garment watches have things as well for sleep. There's other
True.
things that you can wear, and it will tell you, like, oh, your sleep
It's pretty cool.
is basically going to help you with training. Or I've talked to people who are like, I feel really good, but my watch saw that I didn't sleep well, and it says that my training's going to be crap, but it was actually really good. So no, I want to see what watch does for me. I do have a reminder on my watch and
Your
my
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
And it does the whole like do, 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 like a wind
too.
down noise. Yeah, I love because it just does that little spark in my brain. Like,
Reminder. Yeah.
okay, yeah, and it's like, okay, getting ready to go to bed. And that more of also in the goals that we had that I put in that I needed to sleep. Do I do really good sleep every month? No, I try to do it at least having like a bad, I don't want to say a whole week, but like a couple days, maybe out of the month. Yes, and that's because either like traveling or an event, but I have been way better on my sleep this year adding it into our goals than I have prior years. And that also helps me when it does that whole reminder to go to sleep, and it alerts me how many hours if I go to sleep when I say that I'm going to, how many hours I will get and what it's going to benefit. So I do like that. Do you use any tools for sleep?
Oh, I like you have a little bedtime reminder, so I do appreciate that too, because I'm trying this new thing where because I love listening to Jay Shetty's podcast like every week, and part of it he recommended like try to get some electronics at least like an hour before bed, and that's so hard for me. I feel like I doom scroll in TikTok every like that's just like I do that. So and he's like that's kind of like a good way to, and I'm like that makes sense. I am also an avid listener of like meditation before bed. Now it's kind of like a ritual for me. Like I need to put it on my Spotify. And sometimes it's Harry Potter music in the back. Sometimes it's someone actually guiding me through a meditation. And I feel like that's just very useful for me.
Yeah.
In terms of how much sleep I get, I feel like lately I've been waking up very early because I need to walk my dogs before it gets hot. So I'm now at around 6. So because of that, I feel like I've gone down on my sleep from what used to be 8 to 9 hours to now maybe 7, which hasn't been awful personally, but I do feel some days when I'm like, man, I really could have used another hour or two. And I try to do that weekends too, because well, now I blame Coach Dave with him. He's at 6, so I need to be there at 6 on one of the days I get to sleep in. And then it comes around and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sleep in for, but then the dogs wake me up and then I get breakfast. Or you're like, fine, I'll just do it. And then I'm like, I'm already up, so struggle.
Gosh.
More than the 6-7 range of sleep hours, which is okay so far. But I don't know. People are always raving about summer, and don't kill me for it. I'm like, summer is not my time. I'm like, my skin dries up. It's hot outside. My schedule changes. Like it's an interesting time, but been a little bit harder because of all that. But yeah, I think I got the watch. Is it what is it called? I think I think Cotton has it, and it's a fancy
the
band.
Whoop.
Yeah, I got the Whoop, and then I think it only lasted a year before I was like, like I didn't really use it as much as I should have, or I applied all of the information that I had from it as much. So I was like, this isn't something that's going to be useful for me. And I think that's something to like disclose here is like some of these things might not be useful for everybody. And just because it's fancy and expensive and cool, like it doesn't mean you need to practice it. It's what works for you and kind of go with that. But that was one of the things that, as cool and awesome as it was as a tool, and I've heard great things about it from people, it just wasn't a fit for me. And personally, I just don't like wearing things on my wrist. Like I've never been a watch person. I just feel like it's too tight. Like it's not, I don't enjoy things like that. But sleep wise, I guess the biggest things for me, melatonin. I also take melatonin for bed,
you
and
do.
that knocks me out very well because I tend to wake up. Like when I don't take it, I wake up constantly and it drives me crazy. So melatonin, a little bit of meditation, and then an hour off of the phone before bed have all been pretty good for my sleep in terms of
I
the
thought
tools
you
I
took
use.
something else than melatonin.
Well, I do take other supplements, but for sleep, not that I can think of. Sometimes I rock a heating pad if I'm feeling for it.
What
Soothe me
it
like
is
a
because
baby.
if you have
It's
sore.
great for sleep if
Yeah,
I
it
get
is because
cold
it
or
helps relax your muscles because your sleep, your body does release, growth hormones. It's supposed to be repairing your muscle tissue,
right.
restoring your nervous system, regulating hormones, and preparing you for the next day. So, and that's why, they tell you to have so many hours in a day to help your body. And I think that's why
True.
when people have those watches or stuff, that's what they're more looking at. And then they make it a game
Mhm.
of hitting those things, which, yeah, it depends on what works well for you and how Joycey said, she doesn't like things on her wrist. I was never really a watch person either when I was younger. I mean, I did wear bracelets, but still not as
Mm,
much. I think because, no joke, I liked the watch because you could find your phone with it. Also, logging your workouts or your steps. I really enjoyed that to see if I hit my step goal. So it's like
smart.
an adult video game, if you will, compared to me
Mm,
sitting and playing a video game. Like my watch is like a video game, like how many steps. I mean, you've seen when I'm getting ready for a meet, like I am walking more steps and just trying
it's
to
true,
hit
yeah.
things, or I like that it tells me not like the burning calorie wise, but that I worked out for an hour or like I hit my workout goal,
Mm,
or
it's
moving
true.
goal, doing those type of things. Uh, but I don't usually take any supplements in it yet. I probably should, but in past episodes I've said I'm only my kid's parent by myself every other week because my
Mhm.
husband's job. So I feel like I have to be very coherent if they need me in the middle of the night or something happens in the middle of the night. And I get very loopy on allergy medicine. So I don't
Mm,
know what
it's too
anything.
risky.
Yeah, to where I'm like, "Oh, that's not okay." But I do wanna commend you, at the chug and run, we were still all talking, and Dave was like, "Oh, you're gonna come work out with us?" And you're like, "Oh, yeah." And you're like, "I have to go, guys." I have to get ready for a chug and run, so I have to go to bed. Or not
I know,
get
I
ready
was
for a
like, "I
chug and run.
gots to go,
I
you
have to
guys
get
got it."
ready. Yeah,
'Cause I usually help and clean. I was just like, "You're gonna be fine though, right? 'Cause, yeah, I need to go to
yeah.
bed if I'm
You're
gonna
like, "I
wake
have
up
to
at"
be up by 5 AM, so,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed." So that was really good for you. I yesterday, my body was so exhausted from that chug and run that when I took my son horseback riding,
It
and then
was
we went to
rough.
Ninjas, and then I decided to work out. I got there, at 11:15,
So proud of you.
and
You
I
killed
think
it.
I did a mile and a half of running, and then I did biking. Yeah, I'm
What?
trying. So, but it's, not it's just regular running, and I'm trying, like I told you,
It
I'm
still
trying to
counts.
do one of the movements and then do a light run to see how my heart rate is and breathing and stuff like that, for the high rocks. But I did not get enough sleep and I felt it on Saturday.
Oof.
I took one shot because in one of the chicken runs it was
Yeah.
like a shot, and I'd rather have a shot of alcohol than of the.
Vinegar, right?
Yeah.
Apple cider vinegar.
Oh yeah. And I was like, I felt hungover because I didn't
Did you
sleep.
really?
Yes. I
Yeah.
was like, my
That's the
head
worst.
hurt. I felt dehydrated. I was like,
That's the worst
I
feeling.
don't feel good. Yeah.
Girl, you did amazing though, because you did a majority of the calories or the meters on things. And like, I was just like, okay, well, I'll just stand here, eat my extra banana. But you were really carrying the team on that a lot. And I was just
I
like,
was
damn.
trying. I was like, this is my tryout
So that
for
makes
High
it. And you
Rocks
did
with
all the wall
Dion.
balls. All the
That
wall
was because
balls.
my arms could not extend after the thing. I was like,
Dude, I know. I was just like, oh my gosh, you know what?
they
Get
were
off.
literally stuck
I was like, get off.
and I
And
was like, I can't.
Amanda, bless her heart, she's like, Blake, you're not really good at this.
And I was like, you have to extend. And I was like, I can't. I
I was
don't.
like, get out of here. Let's switch again.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just rather do the wall balls then. And I was like, that's crazy. That's
Well,
crazy.
because when you were like, oh, we can switch. And I was like, no, I'm feeling really good. And in my brain, I was like, just do all 60. And then I was like, no, she's right. Because what if I start to slow down? And
Because
then
it
I was
wasn't as
just like,
high, right? It didn't feel as
Yeah,
hard, right?
literally,
Okay.
this was it. So then this motion got
You got it.
stuck. And I
Okay.
was like,
I
my
should have
body's
just
not
been like,
okay.
keep going.
And then I had to eat a half a banana.
You
Technically, guys, I didn't have to eat a banana because Joycey was like, I know you don't like bananas. I'll have 2. But because I had to get off the bike because my legs were trashed too, I was like, I can't just sit here and not try to eat it. It was the worst experience of my life. I am glad because it probably helped my muscles, but it
What?
was the absolute worst thing. That's when I was like, I'd rather have shots of the apple cider vinegar.
Wait, hear me out. So you're not, because people have asked me, so you're not allergic to bananas. You just don't eat them. You
I
don't like
don't
the
like them.
taste.
They make me want to throw up.
Is it the taste? Is it the texture?
It's
Is it everything?
all of it. Uh,
The smell?
the essence of a banana. You know, like when somebody opens a banana and you could smell it?
Yeah.
I don't like that. And then the texture of something that does taste
Mushy.
sweet, but is mushy and doesn't really have, I ate a lot of them when I was younger to
Yeah.
the point that made me throw up, and now that's all I
Interesting.
wanna do when I have a banana. Maggie
Mm.
has made delicious brownie
Banana
things.
bread?
No, because I know a banana is in 'em. She made this brownie thing, and she's like, "I just want you to try it." And I said, "Okay, I'll try it." Open it up, and I was like, "Oh, it smells like banana." And she's like, "Try it." Okay, I try it. And I'm like, "This is delicious." And then all of a sudden, like, the next thing that came out of my mouth was like, delicious banana." And I was like,
Oh, no.
"But this thing tastes delicious." And now I taste the banana. And a lot of people have given me things and been like, "Try this." And I'll be like, "Okay." And then I'll have it. I'll be like, "Oh, does this have banana?" And they're like, "Yeah, but you can't even taste it." I was like, "I could taste it."
Oh, man. Maybe you're hypersensitive to banana.
Yeah, I just don't like it. But I make a lot of things with bananas because you make a lot of things with them.
Yeah.
And actually really sweet things that I wish that I could
Your
have.
cookies are the best.
And
Yeah.
like, I have also told people, like, I'm not a big pumpkin person, but if I
Oh,
cook with pumpkin, I will
fine.
taste test it and have it. I just don't like the spices that go with pumpkin a lot. They're just too
Mhm.
heavy for me, I guess. I don't know. But I'll taste test it. Anything that I make with banana, I make my husband taste test or other people taste test because I don't like it at all. Like it
Oh,
makes me
man.
want, I don't know, like a banana, like before you even bite it and you put it in your mouth, you can like smell the taste to me.
It's a pretty strong smell. Like
And I
it's pretty pungent.
seriously, like, there was a couple times I was sitting in front of that fan and I was like, like,
Dude, I
I
know
wanted,
they caught you on video.
yeah,
I was
I
like,
wanted
"Oh,
to,
no."
and I was trying so hard. And even when you're like, okay, just let me know when you need to switch. And I was like, okay, Blake, you got to eat this other half of banana because you ate almost
And
a
I
half.
was looking at you struggling, and I was like, "Dude, let's just switch then. Don't eat
I was
it.
like,
Why
no,
are
I
you
can
eating it?"
do it. And then I took another bite and realized that it wasn't going as fast as I was like, yeah, I have to switch.
You ate like half of it too, like a whole half.
I was trying. I didn't want to let you down.
You didn't. You were really impressive. I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's doing really good."
But yeah,
Excuse me, keep covering.
after the chug and run, because I didn't get enough sleep, I did notice a difference. I noticed a difference
Mhm.
in my training for Saturday, how I felt, and I noticed big changes in my training or just how my overall day goes if I don't get enough sleep.
Yeah.
So, like, my bedtime routine actually not very similar to yours. But I do
Well, you
wind
have kids too,
down.
so that's so
So like they have a routine and I stick to that routine of like, hey, we're winding down, we're cleaning up, we do reading time, and then they get like their meditation music. Then I go to my room, and if my husband's not there, then I bike for like 30 minutes and watch a show and wind down. If my husband's there, then I just wind down in bed, like we watch our shows together. My husband is a very he likes to leave the TV on and put a timer on and go to sleep
That's how
to
I used to
that.
be.
Yeah, and I always tell him, I was like, "Do you know how bad this is?" But,
Is
like,
it?
yeah, it's bad, like, your brain doesn't shut off because you
Oh,
can
yeah.
hear the
And the
TV.
light. Yeah.
And it takes a lot for my brain to shut off. So I have to like cover my head or things like that if I'm really
Oh man.
tired. Yeah, I should probably just get a mask. I think that's what I need to
Yeah.
do, or one of those eye things. I think I
Hmm.
could. I think that's gonna be my next purchase.
They have some
Because they
scented
also have the
ones.
ones with the speakers that you can put in your music, and
Oh,
yeah.
fancy.
So something to think about for me when my husband's home, because I do stay up a little bit later when he's home
Mm,
due to that. But like when we go to my mom's, and I know he can't stand it, but like she only has a TV in her room.
mm,
So when we go to sleep in her spare room, it's nice for me because we just turn off the lights and we go to sleep. It's dark. For
right.
him, he tosses and turns and all that stuff. But
Interesting.
yeah, my bedtime routine is usually the bike, unwinding. I might look at the TikTok and I try to look at funny things, and then I go to bed when my phone says you have 30 minutes. That's when I start to relax,
Oh,
and
you have a
because it gives
timer.
me yeah, it gives me like you have 30 minutes until it's your
Mm,
bedtime. So I start to wind down
smart.
and really relax during that and shut everything off. But I
No,
will say,
for
like,
sure.
my go-to sleeping movie, and my husband is like, "I don't understand this. Why would you have go-to sleeping movies?" I go, "They just relax me," is Harry Potter,
Mm-hmm.
and it relaxes me and the
Lord of
music,
the
and
Rings.
yes, and I can go to sleep. Like, I think one
Mm-hmm.
time I tried to get him to watch Lord of the Rings, and it was late, and he was like, "Oh, okay," and he's like, "As soon as the music came on, you were out." I go, "It just relaxes me."
That's right. It's like,
Yeah, I'm just
it's so
"What?"
good.
Yeah.
I love it. How about tools? Now that we're kind of getting into it, I don't know about what you have at your house, but one of the things that comes to mind that I actually have right here is my massage gun.
Oh,
Do you have one of
yeah.
these?
I do have one of those. I also have a massage for my feet. So that
Ooh, like the
also
ones
is
you
like
insert?
yes, and that's also like
Oh,
one of my routines. So I have a lot of different routines, and I know that we were to touch on them, but like my bedtime routine does include like doing my foot massage. I also have like a recovery cream that I put on like my traps and my
like every
arms,
night?
and my quads.
Wow.
Uh I also stretch. I would love to do like an hour of stretching, but sometimes it's like 5 minutes of stretch.
Like
Sometimes it's 15
before bed
minutes.
too? Wow.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
uh,
I should do
it,
that.
like depending on programming, my body is like rough, and right now my left quad has been like overreacting. So I'm
Mm.
trying my best at doing those things. And it does help. It helps to relax, and then I do my toes spacers, and it's a lot. My husband is like, "You do a lot to go to bed." And I'm like, "I
Yeah.
know, but this is just my
I'm
routine."
seeing
And
a lot of
it's
foot care too.
yeah, because I mean, your feet are everything. I
That's
mean,
a good
your whole
point.
body is, but like for my
Be
feet and like
curious.
making sure that they're not like cramping. I also like I wear inserts, so
Mm.
obviously my feet suck, so they need extra attention. And I got a foot massage thing for one of the holidays because I had been asking Chris, and Chris doesn't like lotion. My Chris, not my husband, not my boss, my husband. Um doesn't like lotion. No sort of lotion. Like sunscreen, he's like, I rather have spray. I don't like the feel of lotion. So he did, and he does not like feet that much. So, like, asking him for a foot massage was like a lot. And I
And is
knew
it the
that
one with
man
the
loved me because he would do it.
he would?
But one day he was like, here's this. And I was like, oh, I see. And it's
That's
not
so
bad. It
nice.
has like heat, and it has cooling, and it your foot like tightened, or it has the rolling things. It's really good.
Wow.
I really like it. So,
I don't do any
um,
foot care like
I
that.
do have the massage gun. I believe I got it for Chris for like a couple years ago for Christmas
Mm.
because he was complaining about like
It's so good.
his
It's
back. And it's
amazing.
really nice. I have like a
Mhm.
couple of tools that go on it
Oh
too
yeah.
that can like a flattener that like goes more into the muscle than
A
the
little full.
I don't know any motion I do with like a inserting.
I knew where you were
stuff
going
just
with
doesn't.
that. I knew where you were going with that.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I
yeah,
do
I do
my
have that.
massage. Yeah, those are great. I definitely use my massage gun a lot. I don't know if I'd say every night, but maybe whenever I'm like every other night when I'm feeling anything is tight, that's the way to do it. Plus, I don't have a person here who could just rub a knot off or something, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my go-to thing if I'm ever feeling like super tight anywhere. Mainly in like my quads or my shoulders are always like the biggest areas. And then sometimes my forearms with all the farmers carry. But now that I think about it, I don't have a lot of foot care like you do. I do have the spacers, the toe spacers, which I think are nice. And I maybe once a week, not as religiously. I don't have a foot massager, but I used to have those diabetic ones that was just like a flat surface, I think, and you
Oh,
place your feet
yeah.
on it and it goes really fast. But I gifted it to my grandma because she wanted it more. So but I might buy another one. It was great. It would make your
We're gonna have
feet
to look
feel
in for.
zingly,
Mhm.
but after a while you're just be like, oh my God, that was fantastic. But it was like $300. And I was like,
Oh.
it's pretty steep. Because I think it's like medical, like
Yeah.
I don't even know. But that was a great tool that I thought was very helpful. But yeah, I would say my massage gun is probably the biggest one I do use at home in terms of like recovery. I do use some cream on very extreme cases, like recently with NCC, my right knee was a little achy, so I've been kind of applying the roll-on um stuff. I don't have a particular brand that I guess I would recommend. I just use basic Icy Hop, but Blake, if you have any, um,
I use a lot of CBD stuff that my mom has
mm,
gifted me, especially because she suffers from RA saints. So she would just
mhm,
find like some CBD cream, and I have one on a stick and one
mm,
that's a regular cream. There is a Joshua tree one that I have for recovery.
and it's good.
Um, it's good. I also like the ones that have like eucalyptus in them,
Okay,
or any scent that
I need
also
to
like
buy one.
helps to relax me, and like eucalyptus and what's another one? And lilac really relax me. So I tend to buy cream with that. But yeah, the things that I have like next to my nightstand are my toe spacers and the creams, and then I also have my massage right next to my bed because I do those nightly. And if I don't, I wake up and I feel a difference because I feel as we get older also with CrossFit shoes or any shoes, your toes like squinch up. So when I do the
Hmm.
massage, it relaxes my feet, and then I do the toe spacers. I do that for like a good 15 minutes or 30 minutes, and I walk around in them, but I also relax in them. And I've gotten really used to it, and it just like relieves so much pressure for me. And while I have the toe spacers on, that's when I like put like any of the cream or CBD lotion on and just like relax and watch like a show or something while we're while I'm doing that.
Hmm.
And I'm also like staying very hydrated. So like all the utensils that we have, like I try to do, especially going to bed and getting ready for the next day. But like the massage gun, I usually will have. I did it more when I was younger. Now I'm just like trying to be mindful of like sleep, my nutrition, and hydration, and then adding like some of those other things too that will like help me to, I guess, more align my body than putting a band aid on it, I guess,
Yeah,
you know?
that's a good point.
But it is,
I'll
yeah,
give.
if you don't have that another person to help you, or if you don't see like a masseuse like every
Mhm.
month or every other week, like having those things to kind of like rub out, like you said, the knots or the soreness,
Mhm.
or using those things like scraping or stuff like that, I feel at home is like better than doing nothing, right?
Oh yeah.
Or better than always like popping some Aleve or Advil and just not doing anything.
Girl, yes. Sometimes it's painful that I'm like, I can't get a massage like tomorrow or the next few days, so I need to just kind of bear with it right now. So these are
Mhm.
kind of just really good solutions for that. And very recently, I did get the little cupping cups,
Oh,
and I found
yeah.
them at Walmart for like $15 each. So I bought like maybe two just to like, have two at a time. And they're pretty amazing. And I've gifted them to people birthday gifts, and people have like loved them. And it does have heating. I think it has red light therapy on it also, and then different kind of like obviously kind of sections that you can use. But they work well, and I recommend them. They're from Walmart, and I just use those mostly for like my lower back. Like if I really want to hit an area that I can't reach, and I just like turn it on and keep it on for maybe a few minutes, and it does its job. And I personally have never really done a lot of cupping early on or really knew what it was for, but once I started incorporating it, I felt like it really did help so much, especially for like the like pain areas like the traps and like my lower back. I use that, and then for something that's more small and harder to access like forearms, things like that, I use the gun. I I would say I would feel significantly, at least targets pain for the most part a lot, like using those tools. But I need to start getting into the CBD lotions part, because I think when I NCC, one of the massage therapists was like, yeah, like that's super helpful, especially if you're massaging your body and then putting that after once your muscles are
Mm, yeah.
relaxed. Like they're like, it's like enhances that. So I was like, that makes sense. And I think he recommended the essential oil brand.
It's called, but I remember.
Is it with the D?
Isn't something?
Don't have that brand because it's expensive. I wish I did. Oh yeah, you bought my doTERRA.
Yeah, I was
doTERRA.
like, I straight up
It's with
got
the
you
D. You
something.
did. You did. I was like, I was going blank. I was like, it starts with a D. But
I know I
yeah,
was
they
gonna
have one.
buy you like a 20 pack or something because I was like, oh, like on Amazon.
They're so
And then
expensive.
their like a pack of 5 was like 100, and I was like, excuse me? I love her.
Girl, no. Why do you think
I
I
was
only
like,
like?
for
I was
now,
like,
if it was a
no.
pack of 20, I would understand. But I was like, I think it was a 3 or 5, and I was like, $100.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm like, I don't need that fancy, so I just get my essential oils for broths. But it does the
And
job.
then, well, I mean, they were really good to work with because when the first one that they sent me was broken, and I was like, hey guys.
No way.
But
Tell me
their
about
customer
that.
service was amazing. So I can see why,
Okay.
like, there's certain brands that I was like, okay, are you worth it? Customer service is really
Mm-hmm.
big for me. So if you have really good customer
Okay.
service, I can see why paying for certain things and stuff like that. But I didn't know that they had like a CBD.
Cream. Maybe I should do that, order the
Mm,
set, and then be like, oh, my essential oils broke. No, I'm just kidding. Don't cut that.
yeah. But I can see
But
that because like when I'd go get massages, like the person I'd go with, like she said that you could relax. And
mm,
like if you're at home, if you're not like fully relaxed and you're trying to massage something, you're
that's
in a sense not even doing anything or cause more damage. Like you need to be
mm,
relaxed to have those muscles relax and not be tense. Like there's a lot of things in my body that tense up my glute
yeah.
muscles and my hamstrings, and that affects so much of my back and my nerve. So like I've had to learn
Mm,
how to like relax during stretching. It's very hard. Like I have
interesting.
to be very mindful and be like, hey, relax. And so many people do, because even when I've told people to do press ups and I'm like, hey, relax your butt. And then they like, you can see their butts not relaxed and you tell them and they're like, I'm like,
You're like, they're not clenching
yeah, you
anymore.
got to relax it. Now there's movements I tell you, you got to squeeze your cheeks together. This is not one of them, but it's just,
Interesting.
or like when we talked, you were talking about like NCC and like how that hyperextend your knee, like you stand really, you
Yeah, like
straighten
it
your legs out.
arches almost. Like it goes
Yeah,
like,
so, like, I
I
do
couldn't
that
even do that. Like
too.
this.
Yeah, I do that too, to where, like, if I relax my knees, I feel like I'm bending them. And I
Mm-hmm.
think Carol has even been like, "No, that's just you standing normally." Never knew that. So, like, there's
Yeah,
times when I find myself coaching and I'm like, "Relax your knees," but it feels so weird to me. It feels like I am.
it does. Like you're literally bending a little bit, right? Like you're
Yes.
same,
And
same.
they're like, "No, it's not." And I'm like, "But to me, because I've been doing it for years, like I do my dishes and I have to tell myself that." And it
Is
just
that what
feels
it
like,
is? Wow. Huh. Interesting. But yeah,
yeah, I
I've
put so
had to
much
like,
attention.
I agree. I've had to very recently kind of become aware of that too, because that's exactly what she told me at NCC. So I was like, huh, I didn't. Then I looked it up to see what it looks like, and I'm like, that's exactly what my legs do. And they're like naturally like like bend them. I guess to us, it seems like a bend, but I'm like, now I have to do that. And it does feel foreign and weird,
It feels
but
so weird. And I even look down at my knees when I do it and I'm like, oh, they just look normal. But in my body, because of how many years I've
how
had to,
long? Yeah.
stand that way, I feel like I'm like a quarter squat.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
We just worked
it,
too hard.
it is. But like, do you ever do like active recovery days?
No, Joyce, never active recoveries. You know that.
I know.
I try. I'm like, okay, am I gonna work out today? And then I'm like, I'm just gonna go on a run. Just an easy jog. It's like, and then it's like, okay, maybe the last 10 minutes I'm just gonna try and go pretty hard, and just finish strong. And it just never does. But today I
Yeah.
didn't work out, so there's that. And then usually I only do one day, which probably isn't good. I should probably do a second day. Um, my second day that I call off, I do like some kind of yoga, or maybe like I'll hop on the elliptical for minutes and do like 20 minutes of stretching. And I guess
That's an
that's
active
recovery.
recovery.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess I don't take days off except for Sundays.
That's like active recovery, a light row, light walk, a light jog, stretching. Like that's active recovery. And I feel like
That's true.
our bodies need that as we get older also. Because if
Mhm.
we just go extreme every day, things are gonna
Your
get
poor
worse.
body.
Yeah. Which I mean, what is your tightest area? Like when
My back,
other than your
probably.
traps.
My
Your what?
traps, it's always the traps. I know people are like, oh my God, your traps are great. I'm like, they're tense stuff right now. Ah! It's always shoulders and traps. And then probably my back, my lower back is always a problem that I can
Yeah.
think of. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I would say shoulders are number one every time. Every
So,
time.
like, what movement exposes that mobility weakness? Or
What
do you have a
movement?
movement that exposes your mobility weakness?
Pull-ups, probably.
Pull-ups?
Yeah, because I could only do like one or two strict. I have to kip in order to be really successful in pull-ups.
But that's like
And
not that's like for the movement, but like mobility wise, like
oh,
what
like to
is
stretch it out.
yeah, or like because your shoulders, like mobility wise, would that be an overhead squat? Or is that
Oh
more of your like your
yeah.
hips?
I feel like holding things overhead. Well, I don't know actually. Now that you bring it up, it actually isn't a strength of mine. I was like, I'm not great at, and I'm like, overhead squat, presses, thrusters. I was like, so yeah, that's a good point. Thanks, coach. You know me more than anybody.
No,
It's
it's
crazy.
fine. Well, no, I have issues like with and like so squats I don't have an issue with, but when you throw it into like an Olympic lift and catching the bar, like I catch in more of a power because my
Ah,
hips don't open up much or they're tight, but my glutes and my lower back are very intense and tight. So it like
mm-hmm.
plays a part to my hips.
That's
And
true.
like I try to do a lot of stretching in a sense for them. I
Mm-hmm.
do a lot for my lower back. I do a lot for my lower back, but I also have like I was explaining to somebody, I was like, on one side I have my lower back that is very like damage with my nerve, and then on the other side it's very mechanical, which it plays a part into like my quad and the tightness of my quad. So
Oh,
a lot of my lower back plays important parts too my lower body half that includes my hips. So I try to be very,
yeah,
very mindful and like stretching out my lower back. I feel like with recovery, like a good recovery tip would be going to a physical therapist and
yeah,
seeing like, hey, I'm having issues with this. What stretches are that? Because we all get into like a creature of habit and do the same stretches over and over and over again, whether
yeah.
that's helping us or not, or if that's fixing our tight area. And yeah, there's like I hurt my back for like a year and a half to 2 years. So there are stretches that I will do over and over again. But
Mm-hmm.
when like I have a tight trap, I do something different. And I forget to put that back into play instead of like, oh, my trap's fine now. No, the reason why it's
Right.
fine is because you were doing your stretches with it. There's one that I do for my quad. Oh, I only do that when my quad starts to hurt. Why? You need to do it. That's just your warm up and your
That's
stretching.
true.
and we all forget it. So we need to go back into that creature of habit compared to like, oh, I'm going to do pass-throughs because I'm doing, snatches today. There might be there's better stretches for if you have weak shoulders or tight traps compared to pass-throughs are going to be really good. But again, I'm going to go into, are you having a full grip? Are you not? Are you bending your elbows? Are you going out far enough? There's things that come into play for your mobility and stretching, which is, good for recovery.
I
But
did
I
love
feel like,
the one where you go like this and like lean down to it. Oh,
yeah.
that was amazing. Against the wall.
Oh,
That
I
one always
love that
like,
one too. That feels so good.
right?
So good. But I do want to go back into like cupping because you did talk about. I loved cupping. I started doing cupping when I was like in my 20s. Because we went
Really?
to we went to a chiropractor. My mom and I
That's
would go to the
early.
chiropractor, and you would get adjusted, and you could get massage there. You could get cupped there. When I lived in downtown, not downtown, southern Arizona, I would go down into downtown Phoenix, and also a chiropractor that did needling. They did
Ooh.
scraping, cupping. They did massages. So like when I moved out here and I went to like a chiropractor and they're like, oh, we have a TENS unit. And I'm like, oh, nobody does like scraping, anything. And they're like, oh, we do ultrasound. And I was like, okay, which ultrasound is okay. I've gotten that done, but I was so used to that. So like when we would find a massage therapist that would do like athletic massages or deep tissue, like really good athletic deep tissue ones, and they had cupping, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been missing this. Because there's
Yeah.
a difference between, like a massage and an athletic massage.
Yep.
And
100%.
a lot of people don't know the
No.
difference. And I'm like, if you don't know the difference, then you haven't gotten it done. And I feel like people who can do athletic massages are amazing, and they can tell like what is tight, what they need to do. Even like how your body should move to get into that spot. I've had people like
Yeah.
manipulate my shoulder and then go into it compared to like, oh yeah, that's really tight. Let me just push. I've had people like, if you're a really good massage therapist, you know how to massage like your psoas and stuff like that. They hurt,
They do.
but
It's like a good
somebody can
pain.
feel. Yeah, and they'd be like, "Oh, this is really tight. Your psoas are really tight." And then like opening my leg and getting into like, if they know how to manipulate your body to do a sports massage or athletic massage, really, really good. And some people will, oh, I do deep tissue. And it's just because they're like, I guess, rubbing out the knot compared to like manipulating your body to what is really needing like that actual spot that you need to do. And I think we were talking about it before this. Like, I will pay good money if you're a really good massage therapist. There is like I would love to get a massage once a month. We talked about that. And there's times that
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't afford that. I
Can
would love to
so
afford that. And there's
yeah.
times that I'm like, I can't afford it, I can only afford it every 3 months. But like you can,
But if we could, we would.
oh yeah, but
We
I can
could, we would.
definitely tell when like my body needs it. Like right now, my body needs a massage, but
Yeah.
it is difference
I feel that.
between like a sports massage compared to a spa day. Like, a spa
100%.
day is very nice and it's relaxing and you're relaxing your body, but like a sports massage, like you get your body worked on,
Yeah.
like
And sometimes it's
worked on.
painful. Yeah.
But I think it's more because they're focusing on like improving your mobility. They're reducing your
Yeah.
muscle tension for sure and increasing like the blood flow. And it's more of like helping that athlete actually recover from that training stress
Yeah, it's a
compared
lot.
to like, oh, I just feel very like light and relaxed. And, everything still hurts, but I'm like relaxed.
Her
And I'm like,
voice changed.
it's so like, okay.
This is me and I need this.
Yeah, but there have been times when I've gotten a massage and I'm like, "Ugh," and they're like, stop holding your breath. And I'm like, okay.
Or they're like trying to relax it. I'm like, this is me relaxing it.
During this part, it is. And I was like,
no. It's like I'm trying, but I'm afraid what might happen if I let go fully.
Yeah, but it's also
Oh
like those
man.
times like getting waxed or anything, and I'm like,
Yeah. You know it's good for you, but oh man, like it's hard. It's
yeah,
difficult.
and you
And
feel
it's
amazing.
different.
But I do. I love when the cups come out. I love when the heat, the rocks come out. The
I
heated
do like the
rocks.
rocks as well, yeah. I do
Yes,
love heat.
it is. And you know what? A little toxic part of me is I love showing off that I've gotten cupped.
Yeah. I think we all do. We all wear the sports bra like, oh, you got a massage? You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I sure did.
I know.
Right?
It does look cool. It does. It is a
It's
thing.
it is. I just like love that feeling of that tension. And when they're like
Yeah.
rolling it around,
Moving it
yeah, it's like
around.
the good hurt. And then when it releases and you're like, oh my gosh, that feels so amazing.
Have you ever tried the one where they put fire in it?
No.
That
You
seems
have?
crazy to me. No, I haven't tried it, but I've heard about it where they like just spark a little flame in there and then it just doesn't stay on, obviously. It's just
Oh,
like a quick and then it like disappears and I'm like, huh, I wonder like how they
well,
do that.
obviously they don't use like oils, right? Like I'm just like
No.
flames
It's
and
probably like
oil.
it's probably acetone
But
or
I guess you're
something.
putting in a cup so the oxygen.
Right. It doesn't go any farther than just so I don't know, girl, but I've
I've
was
been
like
like,
hearing about
that
it.
is like a dinner and a show thing with
It's like
fire.
Benidana stuff.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Oh man, that's hilarious. But yeah, I do love cupping. I'm like, pump it, sister. Give me another one. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I'm like, yes, please. Like this is good. Like this is the good pain that I like. There's like other pains, like again, like my psoas that I'm like, I'm dying. Or like my
Yeah.
quads and my
Your
hamstrings.
quads are
Sometimes
crazy.
my
Your quads are
hamstrings like
crazy.
get so stinking tight that like if somebody like massages them and they're like, oh, and I was like, yeah, this is me relaxed. That's relaxed.
Man, you got to
That's all I
massage
can
gun that
do.
thing.
It's just hard because even like
Yeah, that's a hard
so,
area, I suppose, to like go for.
and Carol could attest to this. I don't know if Jocelyn can, but like some things hurt so bad that I start to laugh because they're also very like ticklish to me, but it
Oh,
also hurts. And I know Carol
interesting.
would be like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, it just tickles, but it hurts. And my husband's the same way, like when he'd have the massage gun, and I'd be like, and he'd be like, are you okay? And I'm like, it just tickles, but it hurts too. But you have to keep doing it.
Oh man, that's so funny.
Yeah. Have you
The
ever done?
hamstrings are one of those areas though. I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
And I
especially if
don't
they're
know if it's
really
because I
sore.
don't have like a long thing. I don't
I don't know,
know, because
girl.
you have like longer legs than I do, like a little
Yeah, when they
bit.
get really tender, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like even a light touch, you're like, ah.
Yeah. It is.
But girl,
No. Have you ever done scraping?
no. But it looks absolutely painful. I have no interest in it.
So I
It
used to
looks
like
awful.
back in the day, like when I got introduced to cupping, they're like, oh, do you want scraping? And I go, who would want to have scraping done? The word doesn't even sound
It's like rolling, but
pleasing
with
to me.
metals, and so I'm like, that seems like
It is, but there's
awful.
cream. Carol has scraped my my forearm before, or like what's leading up to my thumb, and it
Oh
actually isn't
man,
that bad. I've had, I think,
huh?
scraping done also on like my hamstrings or my quads or somewhere else, and I think it was Carol who actually did it, and it wasn't that bad. It took me
Huh?
years because scraping doesn't sound fun to anybody.
It sounds
Sorry,
absolutely
I shouldn't
painful.
say that. It doesn't sound fun to me when you use the word scraping. Like I'm picturing like fingernails scraping somebody.
Yeah, I don't
But
know.
it wasn't that. It was like a smooth metal like shape. There's cream and it digs into it, but nothing is like
It's like
harsh.
this guy. I haven't, but for my,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
but I'm
then
like,
you
it
scrape your
just looks so
face.
hard. I don't know. The feeling feels like, I don't know. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like rough. I don't
So
know.
like my thing is like, okay, is it gonna help me? I'll try it. And if it's like, okay, a cup can't really get into it, then I'll try it. And when I tried it with Carol, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It
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 feels like
does,
rolling to me, just a little more intense rolling.
yeah. And sometimes rolling can be really intense. I know it's like medieval looking, but it actually I really like it because it's
Yeah.
gliding across the tissue to and help improve the mobility and reduce the restriction. So just think of it more as like gliding rather than scraping.
Yeah, a lot of people do a lot of rolling at the gym. I do give them need to do more help, but yeah, it's its own kind of painful too, I must admit, especially when I do my quads and I'm like, it's
Yeah.
awful.
We do
It's
have
rough.
like a special one where you can hold down and then go back and forth. I like that one because you could put tension on it
Huh.
or pressure down. I really like that one. We have
I'm
like
gonna
one
try
that you
that.
hold on and it's the green one. That one you have the
Like a
two
rolly.
handles and you can roll it and it has like indents. We
Mm.
also have like those yoga or not yoga
Like
balls,
the
but like
balls.
those tennis balls, but they're not, yeah.
Yeah,
And
those are
I will lay
great for
on
the
that.
traps.
I'll put one on like into my hip flexor area and lay on it when my hip flexors are really tight. It's kind of like it is painful, but it's like starts to like release the tension.
Hmm,
So like those like
nice.
I really do like. But have you
Yeah, we
ever
use a
tried the
lot of
compression
stuff.
boots? Yeah, I look. I'm older than you, so I've lived longer than you and I've had to try other things.
I think I know what I'm gonna get in the girls' pajama party as a tool, some recovery tools. I feel like that'd
Yeah.
probably be a good gift.
I think that's like
Um,
the best thing. Do you use those compression boots?
I did at NCC. I've
Yeah?
never used them before, but they had them at NCC, and I was like, I'm gonna try it because it's free. Why not? And they're pretty cool, man. I like them a lot. They do. The one thing I did worry about, I was like, oh my god, it must get super stinky in here if you like wear your socks after working out and put them inside the boots because they literally zip you up all the way like to your thigh,
Oh, yeah.
my bikini area.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's how long the boot is. It's like literally your entire leg. And just like bags, kind of like when you go get your blood pressure done on your arm, how it's like a big tight
Mhm.
bag that tightens you. It felt like that, but on my leg, like throughout my leg.
Okay.
And even your feet. So it just like expands so it's so tight and it's tightening your legs and then it just kind of does different kind of modes of it for like 30 minutes. And it felt good. Like I left and my legs felt kind of like they can breathe. It was I was like, I don't know if I'd spend that much money for them though, because I think they're what, like over $600 or something? Like I don't
Yeah,
know,
I
but
don't think I would. I mean,
they're
yeah,
expensive.
if it's there, I would use it, but if it's for me and to like money-wise for I guess my family or things like that,
Yeah,
I like no, it feels
they're very
amazing, but
expensive.
don't yeah. And there's some tools like we said, like if it works for you and you have it, use it.
All the power to
Financially,
you.
yeah, financially, I guess I rather go get a massage,
That's
you
true.
know?
I do love my
'Cause you
massages
can look
instead.
at that. You can save up for it and not get massages for a couple months and then buy it, I guess.
That's true. But yeah, they're pretty pricey up there, but I thought they were pretty cool. Like if I had the funds and the money, I'd probably buy some, but
Yeah.
they are pretty up there in price. But yeah, I like those a lot. Those are pretty cool.
Did you
I
try
don't know
any,
if I'll
like,
ever get.
ice plunges when you were out there?
No, the ice plunge kind of makes me nervous. And then I didn't want to get wet in my workout clothes. I was like, I didn't bring a change like that. But they had like the
Yeah.
inflatable ones, like the ones you can get in Walmart, that are kind of like just air filled, and then they just had like ice. But I don't think I've tried like a cold plunge at a spa. It didn't have
Yeah.
ice cubes in it or anything like that. It was just really cold water. And I can't last that long at all. So I guess I need to work on that.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
love
because we don't
I love
suffer
hot
enough
water.
during workouts,
I
so we just
know.
wanna make our heart stop for a little bit.
It's crazy. I'm like, I'm the opposite. I love really hot water when I take a shower. So I'm like, I need that instead.
I like hot water
Wa-
water,
Water
but what I remember is a lot of people are like, "Remember, like, ice is used to reduce the inflammation
inflammation, yeah.
and heat is to relax." So a lot of people use more heat because they're like, "Oh, I'm relaxing," but you're not taking care of the inflammation. So I can
Mm,
see like why like even when I ice things more than use heat and I
mhm,
tell like my mom that too with stuff because I'm like you're not getting rid of your inflammation, you're just relaxing something that's still going to be inflamed in my
mhm.
brain.
That makes
So
sense.
but I couldn't like, just thinking about it, I can't breathe. Cause like, when we go to the lake, like, I do. I have to jump in. So like jumping into
Ooh.
something I can do, but like slowly, gradually getting my body in it, I can talk myself out real quick. But like a
That's
hot tub, I
crazy.
can talk myself in real fast into getting in, but a cold, no.
Dude, I'd be one of those people who'd be like, okay, little by little, little by little.
And I can't do little by little. Like I have to do like all of it. But I mean, like
Oh,
it just
man.
like I guess if I was super sore,
No,
even then I'd be
I
like,
commend
okay,
you.
well, my leg is super sore. That's all I'm putting in there.
It's just one thigh. That's
Yeah.
funny.
And
Well, they have
I'll
those
have the
gyro
other
chambers
leg up
now.
like this. Like the other one will be in, the other leg's going to be over here.
I'm just gonna be in a standing split.
Yeah. I'm not going to do it. You know, again, would you rather do like a 5-minute cold plunge or 100 burpees?
Oh, man. I don't even think I'd last 5 minutes.
That's why I was like, I maybe a minute.
I might be able to do a minute instead of the
And we
burpees.
say that 30 seconds. We're both like,
Girl, I don't know. Now I'm curious. We're gonna have to do that as an episode and be like, all right, it's
it
either gonna
would
be 100
be
burpees
like a
or a
fun
minute.
little Instagram reel or something. But
Yeah.
but on that other end, like somebody's like, hey, you want to get into a sauna? I'm like 100%.
Yeah.
I can do that. I have been like looking at the ones that people have been building, you know, or like their little ones that you could get at Costco.
I love those. I need to get one.
And I'm like, I would love to do that. But again, like price, I can't really
That's a lot of
justify
money.
it just yet.
Well,
You
if I
know?
get one, you can borrow it.
Yeah. But
I
is
have
it,
them at Sam's.
I feel like it's more of a stress management than an actual like all body recovery.
I mean, why not both? Because they have some that are like red light therapy now, not just like
Yeah,
the
but I
regular
still feel like
sauna.
that's like relaxed.
I don't know. I guess none of us have tried it, so we can't. I can't speak to that. I don't think I've done a lot of red light therapy. I have on my face.
That's what I think. Like it's well, red light is more for like what, wrinkles and stuff.
I thought it was like for. Is that for inflammation?
Oh, like how they would use. Nope. I'm thinking about blue light. That's just for your eyes.
Promotes collagen, improves blood circulation, reduces inflammation. It also treats acne, wrinkles, psoriasis, and muscle pain.
I think it's more like
Ah.
skin based, like inflammation or things like that.
Girl, I don't know, but they do have saunas that have the light therapies and stuff now.
Yeah, I think that's just like because you're
Your
like
whole
the
body
light
and
can't.
skin.
You can't do like a laser. It's not like a laser into your
Yeah, no.
tissues. So I feel like saunas are more like relaxation, which is a recovery, but I don't feel like you're still going to be sore.
I
You
see
know what I
you
mean?
Yeah.
You're not going to have that release of tension. It's kind of like when we talk about the massages, like a whatchamacallit, athletic massage or sports massage compared to like just a relaxation massage. I feel like the sauna is more a relaxation stress reliever.
That's true.
Which I mean, stress, you can like tension in your body. So
That's another point. Stress is a huge part that I feel like we tend to just under think of or not really think about, but it's every day. I mean, it's pretty much every day. I mean, I don't know about most people, but it is for me, at least to some capacity. But I think that's something that we tend to undermine deeply every single day. We focus more on like the physical things that we feel versus sometimes the mental or, like you said, the energy and all of that. So that's crazy.
But I feel like for me, and it's not every day, but for me, like mostly my bedtime rituals that are also my recovery, like help with that to relieve stress. Do you know what I mean? Like we all have like those rituals.
Having
that
a
help
routine is calming.
Yeah.
That's fair. I feel like I always wake up and I'm like stressing about like I have so many things to do today. Like, and it's done. Like when I think about it, it's kind of like that's silly, obviously, because you're going to get them done. So why are you freaking out about that? But I
I
have
think that's
moments like
also like
that.
our
I suppose.
generation of like we make lists of things that we have to get done, and because our lists are so long and we've always been told to like get everything done.
Yeah.
Get it done by the end of the day. That's what you got to do. It's not hard. You know, like I heard that so many times, or about even like school or homework or things like, well, you have the whole day. There's no need for you not to get it done.
So true.
So yeah, when we wake up and we're like, oh my gosh, I have this. my day's
Yeah.
already spent and I have to make
Am I
time
gonna have
for it.
time to not relax? You have to relax
Mhm.
and just not do anything. Yeah, girl.
Yeah.
All the time.
I
All the
think
time.
that's like a big thing to put in to make sure that you do have your recovery and your rest and you are
Mhm.
sleeping, you are hydrating, you are doing nutrition and putting in the things that you want that help your body the most to recover with that. But like if you were ranking like your recovery methods, like based on everything that we
Mm.
talked about or anything that we haven't, like what would be really Deacon
I'm
the
like, what is
most
that?
impactful for you?
For my performance, the most impactful, I definitely say sleep. Sleep is a huge one.
Yeah.
Massages are probably top there. If I can do one every month, that would be like, amazing. That would be the ultimate recovery. Just because
Mhm.
that way I wouldn't have to massage myself. And then my massage gun, top
Yeah.
three. I'm like, I use my massage gun all the day. But yeah, massage, sleep, and my massage gun. What about
Yeah. I feel like mine would also be sleep, my hydration,
you? You're good at that.
um, and then either like massage and mobility would be number
Mhm.
3. Nutrition's in there as well. Like I have like we probably both have like top 10 or top 20 thing because like food plays an important part, but like my
Yeah.
my hydration plays, my nutrition and hydration are like so they're like together and impactful. If I have really bad nutrition day, I'm having a really bad hydration day. If I'm having really good,
Mhm.
like that's why sometimes like I try to pick up my hydration if I'm having a really bad nutrition day, but I can feel it the next day. Like when my mom was here for Harper's birthday, like we went out and I even told my nutrition coach, Amanda, like I didn't log, I had family out here, but that Monday was so hard and I didn't drink that much water while they were out here as we were always doing something and it's hard bringing my cup sometimes or remembering it. Like I'll fill it up and then remembering to take it.
Yeah.
And that day, I felt so drained. And not to mention, guys, like it is hot out here and it has been humid out here
It's
in
been
Kingman.
awful.
So, like, I felt so drained, so exhausted from the heat. I didn't have my water. I was trying to replenish that. I didn't really eat that well. I wasn't
Oh my
sleeping that
gosh.
well because I had family. So we'd have game night. We would stay up for like a long time just playing games with the kids and
Oh
everything.
man.
Yeah, and then I wasn't stretching or doing my nightly routine, like, I was exhausted, and my mom loves to talk at night, and I'm always like, "Mom, I need to go to bed," and
Like my nightly routine.
she loves it. I'm planning on going to see her this coming up weekend, and I know that we stay up talking,
Mhm.
and I already told her, I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go hit up a gym, and I'm gonna run on the lake." So
Oh, that'd be
yeah,
awesome.
she is, like, I just know those are the things, so when I get back to the gym, I have graciously been telling myself lately, like, "You had a good family time," you know?
That's true.
But, there's so many things that go hand in hand in what you want and what you don't, but, yeah,
Yeah.
it's you know, recovery is a huge and like I said, we've done an episode before, but these are, like, the little utensils that help us or that we've tried. And if you like him, keep him. If you don't, switch him out for something else. Because you do need recovery to hopefully hit that PR in that gym. If you just keep going for broke, your body's going to start breaking down.
Don't do what Joycey does. Just kidding. Oh
I think
man.
we all do it. And
Guilty.
we
Yeah.
all talk about we were talking about like the CrossFit coaches and like how you have baby CrossFit coaches, teenage ones, adult ones, and elderly ones. I feel like CrossFit athletes have the same thing. And it's like you're a newborn CrossFit athlete for so many years, and you become the kid,
Yeah.
and then you the teenager. And in that, like mostly everybody, and I've done this too, when you first do CrossFit for the first like 3 to 5 years, you want everything. You want to pull up, you want to bar muscle up, you want double unders, you want
Handstands and
yeah, handstands you want all this stuff and you want it all at once. And
Yeah.
so you kind
Oh
of like
man.
trash your body for a while. And then we're like, hey, have you taken an active recovery day? What is that? Why would I need that? Hey, what's your sleep look like? I know a big thing is we talk about nutrition or
Guilty.
hydration, and there's all these other things that you're like, oh, that stuff is boring. I don't want to do it. I don't need to do it. And it's like, but you do. Especially when you
You're
get
so
to certain
right.
ages. And so, like, young guns, I'm like, do it now. Do it now. You're just training CrossFit, do it now. Start recovery now.
For
Don't
real,
do it in
man.
a couple of years. Try
For
to do it
real.
now and give yourself that grace and be like, well, I'm not doing a workout today. Yes, it's your active recovery. Go on a light walk. Go bike for a couple of minutes, but don't make it a race. Just bike for 30 minutes. Watch a
Oh,
show. I tell
that's
people sometimes,
hilarious.
like, put on a show you've never seen, like a 30-minute show or episode, and just that.
That's right.
Don't put on an
Seen that,
extreme
man.
trail ride and be like, I have to go up this hill. But,
Oh, oh, that was great.
right?
That's so good. Yeah.
But it is. Like, there are questions that you can ask yourself before you buy another supplement or, like, a
Yeah.
gadget. Like, are you getting enough sleep? Are you eating enough? Are you hydrating enough? You can start with those 3 basics and then
Yeah.
hit those 3 and then start adding. Don't be like, I'm going to buy the watch and it's going to make me sleep. You gotta learn how to sleep, my dog. You gotta learn how to
Oh,
sleep. Or you can do the opposite. I'm gonna buy a new water bottle, and like for me, my nutrition coach told me like maybe do that might help you with water. Having ones
it's a
that
good visual.
or
Yeah, you're like,
having
I
the
just need
ones
to
that
drink
have
this, the 5 of these or whatever.
the ones that say like, oh, 10,
Oh,
give you the
yeah.
countdown. Like my big huge hydro jug does that, so then I know how much I'm drinking, because some of these don't tell you. And I'm like, no, it
It's on the
doesn't
bottom.
say. Where is it?
I think it's at the bottom.
I think yours is on the inside, or some of them do.
It's
Yeah,
right
some
here.
of them have it. Some of them say it on the inside. And I was like, well, I did not know that. Here I was thinking I was drinking a 40
got
ounce
you,
and it's
girl.
a 32 ounce.
Ooh, someone cut short.
Yeah, I cut myself short. And people are probably like, really, Blake?
You're the best hydrator I know. That's all I gotta say.
I like to drink water, but it is harder for me in the summer than winter time. I don't know why.
Because there has to be more water now.
Mm-hmm.
That's
100%.
Yeah, no. I just still stick with the same amount, but you're right. I feel like because it's summer, I should probably lift it up because I've been feeling
Well,
it on my skin a
especially
lot.
last week kicked my butt in the gym because it was so moist and hot
It was
that I was sweating just stretching. But don't talk to me.
uh,
All right, on that recovery note, oh, I'm so tired and I'm
and I'm like, my
hungry
back,
and
I
I'm
need to stretch it
thirsty.
after this.
Yeah, we need to stretch. If you like that episode, or this episode is your swig of pre-workout, please hit those 5 stars. Leave us a review. Whether the review is good or bad, we can always go up from here. We'd rather have a PR than a no rep, but we also want to learn how to fix it and recovery and do the best episode as possible.
That's right.
Right, Jason?
You tell him, Blake.
But if you have an episode that you want us to deep dive into or talk about, is this normal to CrossFit wearing? What's the best shoe? What kind of drama is for your mama? No, we don't do drama. Please DM us at Savagely Scaled on Instagram, or you can email us savagelyscaled1@gmail.com. If you're an affiliate owner and want to sit down and talk about affiliate and what the new CEO is all about, we'd love to sit down with you, or even come out to your affiliate. We love to do sit down with affiliate owners. We tour the facility, we take a class, we talk to some members, do some quick interviews, and then we sit down with you for an interview. And we really like to deep dive into what you're bringing to the community and what you think CrossFit is all about. So if you're interested, please DM us on Instagram or email us at savagelyscaled1@gmail.com. And thank you so much for listening. But remember, don't be a Karen.
Be a share.
And share this episode with somebody who needs to be slapped in the face with recovery. No. Let them know that recovery is meant for all and not
That's right.
just for single. No.
Vote
Not
for
just for one
recovery.
person. Vote for recovery. And that note, nope. And until
We meet
at
the
the
whiteboard
whiteboard
again.
again. Bye.
Bye. I was like, what was the pause? Is it deep?